Guys, now we're gonna work with decrease in percentage. Like I showed in the previous video how to work with the increase in percentage. This is how we work with decrease in percentage. Now decrease in percentage is very simple. All you need to do is, if you have been through my increase in percentage video, this will be very easy for you to find out. First of all, this mostly depend when we go for discounts. When we go for discounts and we have different offers available in different markets and malls, we know that flat 50% off or 25% off or up to 30% off, how these things work. Decrease in percentages when something is, for example, I said I figured out that one dress shirt was of, let's say, pound 40, and they're offering 20% discount on that. 20% discount means 20% less from the original. Now I will show both methods, the detailed one and the trick one. The detailed method says what? The detailed method says, first of all, you have to work with details. For example, 20% of 40 is reduced from 40. 20% of pound 40 is reduced from pound 40. To find out the discounted price, I'm trying to find out the discounted price. So for discounted price, I will say 20% of 40. So 20% of 40 is what? Cancel this 0 with this 0, simplification, remember, and this 0 with this 0. 4 times 2 times 4, 4 times 2 makes 8. This means that this answer is 8 and 40. So I have to minus 40 from 8. What I will get is, I will get 32 pounds, because 40 minus 8, this was the principal amount, this is the discounted amount, so I have to click 32. That is my answer. The smart method, this is the detailed method. Now the smart method is what? Smart method is two types. The first one is, you can simply say 2 times 4 makes 8, so I have to minus 8 from the principal amount, and that's it. Because I made a video already on that. If we have multiples of 10s like 20 and 40, how to work with the percentages of these, how to solve these kind of percentages, you can go through with that video. I will show the link of that one as well in my video, and you can go to that video to further go to the further detail. Now this is when we say like 20% of 40, we simply multiply 2 times 4. 8 is the value that you have to minus from 40. Remember that. Do not say that 8 is your answer. 8 is not your answer. 8 is a part of your answer. You have to use this value to find the value, find the final answer. 40 minus 8, 32 is the discounted price. Now what is a smart method? Smart method is same like I did in the increasing price. If 20% is reduced, this means that 100% of the value was 40. So if 20% is reduced, I'm finding out 80%. If I'm finding out 80% of something, you should know that 100% is 40, so 10% is 4. If 10% is 4, time it with 8 to make 80, and time this with 8 to make 80%. So 10 times 8 makes 80%, 8 times 4 makes 32, so 80% is 32. That is my answer. Again, I will do the same thing again here. 100% of the value was 40, right? I want to find out 80% of it, so I will say let's minus the, let's find the 10% of it. So I said 10% is equals to 4. If 10% is equals to 4, now I can solve any percentage with this one. This is also called unitary method up to some extent, because if I'll find out 1% of it, I can find out any percent that I want. So 10% is 4. I want to find out 80% now. How I will make it 80? By timing it with 8. So time this with 8 will give you 32. 32 is your answer. Another method that can be used is, since 80% is the value that you need to find out, so what you need to do is write 80 over 100 times 40, this with this, this with this, 8 times 4, 32 is your answer. This is the part of the detailed method. Why? Because again, if you'll go through my other video which is about increasing percentages, in this one I reduced the percentage already from 100 to 80, and then I solved this further, and I said 80% of 40. I calculated the value and I got my answer. Otherwise, what I was doing, I was finding 20%, I was subtracting it from the principal amount, and then I was writing my answer. So here it was a detailed method. Once extra step was added in this. Here no extra step is added. I just reduced it 80% and I said 80 over 100 times 40. This method is smart method, also known as unitary method. You can work out most of the percentages by using this method. For any further help, any further queries, you can send me a comment and we'll work on it. No problem. Thank you very much.